indigenous living. I'm gonna talk about the process of me upgrading my solar system for my container home, 40-foot container home. So about 2-3 years ago, I purchased this solar trailer. This is a DC solar trailer. You need to look on YouTube. It's actually a very interesting story because this was actually one of the biggest frauds ever against the U.S. government. The green energy fraud. There's a lot of that going on, but this guy basically, you can look it up on YouTube, just DC solar, just look up DC solar fraud. He basically just frauded everybody. So the federal government seized all these trailers and auctioned them off. I was able to get this trailer for about $5,000. It's probably $30,000 worth of equipment. It has 2 SMA. These are German, so they're very, very high quality inverters. Then it has 48 lead acid batteries back here with 10 solar panels. These solar panels are 235 watts, so 2,350 watts of power. It was able to power the house over the summer with no problem. Oh, let me say a couple things. So these batteries here have water in them. So I had bought an EG4 lithium battery. I put it here and hooked it up to here to the inverters, and it did not communicate properly with the inverter. So I was only able to get half the power because both of the inverters would not work. There's some communication issue with the BMS. So I only had half my power for about 5 months. Due to that issue, I tried to find ways to make the EG4 and the SMA talk, and it just out of my league. So I ended up just having to buy a new EG4 inverter. But basically, this trailer did good for me, did what it needed to do, and we're moving on to something new. So this is my new setup right here. So it took a lot to do this. This red container was actually right here. I'm gonna get this red container moved to like right here, and all those trees will be cleared out. All right, as we go through some of these videos, I'm gonna just show you in these videos as I'm speaking the before and after me clearing out all these trees with the backhoe. So I have a new spot for the container. It was a pretty extensive process. It took me 2 days to get the container moved, by myself. Then on the 3rd day, I had a helper, and we was able to really knock it out quickly. So not the easiest experience, but hey man, we got it done. That's all that matters. I want to go over pricing just a tad. The backhoe was $1,500 to rent. At the end of this video, I will show you my inverter and my battery. The battery was $3,500. The inverter was $3,500. Miscellaneous wire, conduit, and all, fittings, solar panel connectors, extra solar cable. I mean, you're probably talking about another $1,000, $1,500. All these railroad ties. I mean, even this big chain that I'm moving the container with, that was $150. So things add up pretty quickly. But man, one thing about doing the off-grid, if you do it right the first time, it's done. You never have to pay again. So this is me here, finally getting the container moved. Then here's a couple stills of me lifting the solar panels on top of the container. Then we hyperlon the top of the container because these are bifacial solar panels, so they catch sun from both sides. And hopefully also that would waterproof it. So that's basically a breakdown. You'll see at the end of the video the battery and inverter, so you can see the cost more. Here next to this container, and I had to rent a backhoe and drag it all the way up here, and these behind there. So I have 14 solar panels now. Those solar panels are 545 watts a piece. So I have about like 7,500 watts now, versus this was 2,350 watts. So it's like 2 or 3 times the power. However, do whatever calculation that is. So yeah, so I set this up like this. I put these solar panels on the side of the container, try to block some of the heat from hitting that all day long. Still have to strap these down, get some securement. So we'll go inside and I'll show you the setup in here. But basically, yeah, I just bought these solar panels from a guy off Facebook. Bought the EG4 bright mount brackets for up top. these brackets down here, just custom fabbed with materials I pretty much had. I had this angle iron already, so I just custom fabbed that and just did that, and I just had to put a little metal bracket up there. So let's go inside, check out the rest of the hookup. And basically I just went with an all EG4 setup. I think they're simple, easy to deal with. And this is my setup now. So as you can see, what is taking in 1600 watts and 2500 watts, because I have 14 panels and there's 7 panels per series. So the battery's 78% charged. It'll be charged probably within the next hour. It's usually charged around 12 noon, and then I have a full battery for the rest of the day. See, my total consumption today is only 0.1 kilowatt, and I've taken in 1.5 kilowatts. So we're rolling pretty good. I got my EG4 battery down here. I bought that little box that goes in between, but me and my pops hooked it up and it didn't seem to fit in. So everything is working correctly. I'm very happy about the setup now. I have more than enough power, even though over time I will get a generator just as backup, because I'm doing this in the middle of November, so the sunlight is very limited, but I'm still getting way more power than I would ever need, so can't really complain about that. So I just want to show you guys the new setup, and I'm very happy with the EG4. I cannot complain. Give thanks. If you have any questions about anything, just let me know. Indigenous Livings, we got more videos coming, and I'm gonna try to I probably already did it, but in the video I'll try to put a little bit of me moving the container so you can see what it took. See you on the next one. Peace.